From the New York City area, welcome to the Badass Counseling Show, where the master badass himself, Sven takes you deep and gives balm for the soul, baby.
Well, hello, it's great to have you here. You have found the Badass Counseling Show. Welcome. We are saying a special hello in this episode to all of our friends and listeners in the British Isles, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England. It's great to have you here. We have so many listeners over there who write in, and we just love how you guys talk funny. We think it's just fantastic, and so I love having you. And that goes for the people who are kind of the same as you, even though you hate it when we say this from America, but, you know, the Aussies and shit like that. We love you all. Just fantastic. And, of course, then you add the Netherlands inflection or whatever down in South Africa, the Dutch. No, it's not the Dutch. Who are the
Afrikaners?
Yeah, but they're from Holland, right? No, Netherlands. That settled that. British, Dutch, Indies company, whatever the fuck. Anyway, we love y'all. It's great. Even the non-English, native English speakers, doesn't matter. We're just happy you all are listening in on our show. And we get so many people writing in, wanting to be on the show and work with us and listen. And then just the tons of folks who send in questions. And we just are really blessed to be here and to be able to interact with you. And hopefully we are able to provide a little bit of something. And I am joined in studio by Rob the Rocket, who I'll get to in a second. And then we have KC, and she is actually remote and tuning in, and we may get some words from her. But I have Rob sitting next to me. Rob, what say ye today, young man?
You got a lot going on. Not a little bit. Come on.
You, sir, have a lot going on.
All right, I'll take it. Blue skies smiling at me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nothing but blue skies. Till otherwise advised.
Who originally sang that one, Rob?
Oh my God, it's a standard. I'm not really sure.
Oh, so that goes like way back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tin Pan Alley, baby.
Oh, wow. All those big words.
Yeah.
So that's that, folks. Let's just go ahead and dive the hell in. Rob, tell us about Sammi.
All right then, Sven. Sammi wrote in and said, I've spent years feeling like I'm holding everything together for my family, managing the household, raising 2 kids, one with special needs, building a business, and carrying the emotional weight of a marriage that leaves me feeling invisible. I don't want to keep living on the edge of burnout, wondering if I'm asking for too much or not enough. What's breaking me is the emotional disconnection in my relationship with my husband. I feel like I married my father, someone who can't meet my emotional needs, who avoids conflict by shutting down, and who communicates with silence instead of words. I crave intimacy, accountability, and effort, but I get distance, deflection, and gaslighting. I've begged for change, but feel like I'm the only one growing. I want help unpacking the root of why I keep tolerating so little and calling it love. I want to stop repeating patterns of chasing approval, swallowing my truth, and resenting the silence. I want to raise my kids in a home where peace isn't something we pretend to have, but something we live. I'm not here to blame. I'm here to understand myself, my marriage, and how to move forward without losing myself. Whether that's healing together or learning how to let go, I'm open. But I need clarity, courage, and a plan. I want to talk to Sven because I'm ready to break old patterns and stop feeling invisible in my relationship. I look forward to talking to y'all, and thank you for this opportunity.
Sammi, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey. All right. I have 6 questions. I just want to go bang, bang, bang. I want to rattle these off to get these out of the way, all right? We're going to sort of do quick answer, lightning round of our own right here. What's breaking me is the emotional disconnection in my relationship with my husband. Really? It's not carrying the emotional weight of your family, holding everything together, having 2 kids, one with special needs, building a business, living on the edge of turmoil, feeling invisible. No. What's breaking you is the husband stuff. So all the other stuff isn't fucking breaking you. Cripes, you're running a small fucking country, for the love of God. Why is that the thing that's breaking you in one sentence or less? Why is it that? For raising a special needs child takes a different breed of person. That is a whole different level of patience. You have been holding everything together for your family for years and years and years, and you're managing the household and raising a business. Why is it that you say is breaking you and not all those other things? Why that? One sentence or less.
Because I'm good at all of the rest. I'm not good at managing my husband.
All right. Second question. I'm not good at managing my husband. And when you say managing, how old's your husband?
42.
I see. A 42-year-old man needs managing in one sentence or less. What specifically needs, quote unquote, managing?
Everything. I mean, it comes down to
One sentence.
I do everything for him. One sentence.
I do everything for him? Is
I
that
do
what's
everything for him.
But why is that breaking? You do everything for everyone. Why is it in this case that this particular
thing? Because he
doesn't
appreciate it. He does not appreciate it.
So you're getting no return on investment.
Right.
In the business, there is ROI. With your kids, the ROI is knowing your kids love you and you're doing the right thing by the world. There's return on investment on everything else, but not in this.
Right.
So it's a black fucking hole. And the one thing in your life, other than the business where you get the money, but the husband, it's like you're supposed to get something out of it. That's the point of fucking being married.
Right.
Right. Okay. Just out of curiosity, you opened by saying I've spent years, we're still in our lightning round here, so quick answers. I've spent years feeling like I'm holding everything together for my family. Do you get ROI on your family?
For my kids, yes.
No, you said holding everything together for my family. I thought you meant family of origin.
No.
Oh, you mean your family.
My immediate family.
Gotcha. My
bad. I agree with you as my extended family, like my parents.
Your
and
family of
all
origin.
Of that. Yeah.
What?
Yes, I try to be the kid that they want me to be. And so that's sometimes very tough.
Be the kid they want you to be. Be the kid they want you to be. Okay, and you say sometimes that's very tough because why? In one sentence or less, why is that very tough to be the kid mom and dad want you to be?
Because I don't agree with what they want me to do.
What is the biggest thing mom and dad want you to be? Still in our lightning round. Quick answers. That was a good one. What is the biggest thing they want you to be that is the toughest thing to be?
They want me to...
This is
hard.
You're doing great.
Be silent. They want me to be silent.
Why do they want you to be silent?
Because when I am combative or defensive in things, I get the problem. I'm the problem.
And I'm betting this is a brand new message. You've never heard this from your parents before. They've always wanted you to speak up and speak your mind. This silence thing is new, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Just when it comes to
it's not. Come on. That was a setup. Really? You haven't gotten that message your entire fucking life to be fucking silent? Seen, not heard, whatever?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So now you said two answers. So now you got to give me a straight answer. Which is it? You've heard it your whole life, or they've just had some grand fucking...
I've heard it my whole life.
Of course you have.
I've heard it my whole life.
Of course you have. Be silent.
I've heard it my whole life. Be
silent. Be who the kid they want you to be. How old are mom and dad?
60s. Late 60s.
Late 60s. And you are how old?
43.
43. So you are a 43-year-old woman still trying to be the kid your parents want you to be.
Yes.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, in your parents' relationship, who has what % of the power between mom and dad? Now, remember, power comes for many reasons because of fear of what, if you'll leave me, fear because you have, you control the purse, you control the bedroom. I'm afraid of your parents. I'm afraid of my parents. What will our kids think? What will our grandkids think? So many different things operational. But in the relationship between mom and dad, just between them, if you were to speculate, as you see it, who has what % of the power?
Dad.
And what % does dad have?
99.9.
Oh, so mom has 0.1% of the power. So when is that accurate?
Yep.
Okay. So when you say I'm trying to be the kid they want me to be, you mean who dad wants you to be?
Yeah.
Right. Mom just goes along with it. And so your entire life, if you were to speculate as you see it, why has dad, above all else, one sentence or less, we're still in our lightning round, why has dad wanted you to be silent your whole life?
Lightning round. It's his opinion.
Why does dad want his little girl when you were 7? Why did he want you to just shut the fuck up?
Because I was too much. I was too much.
What's wrong with that sentence? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So in other words, you were too much. You were the problem, little girl. Okay. So then within that theory, then the child is the problem. So tell me, you have two kids. Is the older or the younger the one that is not a special needs child?
My youngest is not.
Your youngest is not. And so what is it about your youngest child that is wrong with them?
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with her.
Well, what's wrong with your special needs child?
There's nothing wrong with him. He was just born with a disability.
But there was something wrong with you. So isn't it reasonable that one of your kids, something would be wrong with one of them? There was something wrong with you. You were too much.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You're still not getting it. You really believe that you were the fucking problem? I asked you, why did dad want you to be silent? And you said, because I was too much. Really? The kid was the problem? You want to blame a child? Right. You've bought into their line of bullshit. No, not their. His line of bullshit. He had all the power. They've said you were too much. Why would they say that? Why would a parent say that? Because they have all the power. I don't know how to handle you. I don't want to do the work to figure out how to be a better parent to you. So I'm just going to blame you. I'm just going to say you're too much. I mean, I have all the power. Why wouldn't I blame you? Why would I blame me and say I'm an inadequate parent in this situation? It's just so much easier to blame the kid. So I'm going to label the parent, or excuse me, I'm going to label the child. Now, other kids might be labeled, you always were too timid. You were always a bitchy little child. Oh, you were such a little shit when you were a child. Or, what are you giggling about?
I'm giggling because that's what I was told. Or you were such a little pisser. Or you were such a, you were tough, boy. Ooh, you were tough growing up.
Right. The kid was the problem. Really? It's not. The kid just wanted to get their needs met. Kid just wanted some love, just wanted some attention. And the kids are capable of expressing basically like three fucking emotions. I'm sad and I'm mad. And I'm hungry. That's it. Give me love, please. Right. And so children shout loudest when feeling heard least. I talk about this in my book. So your acting out was your attempt to be seen, to be heard, to get some love, to get some attention. Dad said, you are a problem. You are just too much. The child is the problem. Why wouldn't you blame the child? If you got all the power, why would Big Daddy say, I'm the problem? I'm an inadequate parent in this situation. I need to learn some new techniques for parenting. I need to learn how to better understand children. I'm going to take a class at the local community college on, just basic, parenting psychology, child psychology. I might take a class at my church or go talk to a wise old person about why might a child be acting up? How could I learn to be a better parent? I might read a parenting book. No, why would I do all that? Fuck it. The kid is the problem. You got fed a whole load of shit that you're the problem. And you've, like any child would, you believed him.
But I do believe that he does love me. I do believe that in my heart.
What the fuck are you talking? What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
No. What the fuck are you talking about? Who gives a flying fuck if he loved you? Who brought love into the conversation? Isn't it fascinating that I'm bringing up him blaming a child for wanting attention, him labeling a child, and you believing that label your whole life, I'm just too much, to the point where you said, I'm living on the edge of burnout, wondering if I'm asking too much or not enough. You have this thing about yourself that you're too much. You've been receding your whole life because you've been told you're too much, you're a pissa. All right? And you bring in love? What the fuck does love have to do with this conversation? Isn't it fascinating that I'm bringing up being critical of your father? I'm bringing up questioning his fucking parenting, that he's such a tough guy, he needs to label a child. And you feel the need to defend him.
Yeah.
Wow. Somebody fucking emotionally abuses, picks on a child, and you feel the need to to fucking defend the abuser. So congratulations on that one. That would be, the similarity would be if you had come on this show and said, my husband is making fun of my kids and calling him names. And I said, oh, come on, he loves them. Back off. He loves them. How fucking offensive would that be to you as the mother of your children? How fucking offensive would that be?
Oh, so offensive.
You'd have smoke coming out your ears. You would lose your shit, right?
Yeah.
But that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to be mama bear and defend those babies when it's your babies. But when you are the baby, no, it's okay. Daddy loved me. Who the fuck cares if he loved you or not? Furthermore, in those moments, I'm sorry, telling a child that they are the problem when I'm inadequate, that's not love. That's called being a dickhead. Now, I don't doubt that he loved you overall, whatever. Who cares? He was a dick to a little girl. Ooh, tough guy. Beat up on a little girl. Congratulations on that one, Dad.
But can I continue to just say he's done so much for me throughout the years?
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's been some deadbeat that didn't show up.
What did he do? Okay, that's great. You want to go down that thread? Let's go down that thread. You feel you again feel the need to defend a father when what? Okay, so tell me the single biggest thing in your life that he has done for you. You want to go down that road? Let's go down that fucking road. What has he done for you? Top of the list, no doubt about it.
I mean, he's helped me like financially. He has
financially helped. Good. What else?
If I called him, he would answer. He'd be there.
Wait. If I call AT&T about my bill, they answer, So what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
No, I'm serious. I'm talking about someone emotionally abusing a child by calling them names, making them the problem because I don't want to be a better parent. And you feel the need to defend the parent. You're saying he's done so much for me. And I'm saying, okay, you want to open that can of worms? Let's open that motherfucking can of worms. What has he done? Because you came on here and you said, I'm not here to blame. Yeah, you are.
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You open this show by fundamentally saying, I am blaming myself. I am too much. You've been blaming your whole life.
Yeah.
And you are more comfortable blaming yourself than saying, where the fuck did a child learn to blame themselves? You are 43 years old, still trying to be the kid they want you to be. And the truth is, you can. It's your life. You can spend it however you want. But doesn't that seem... Let me ask you this. When your children are 28, do you want them to be the person you want them to be?
No.
What do you want them to be?
Not at all. I want them to be who they want to be.
So why are the rules different for you at 43?
Because I experienced what I experienced, and now I take things from it and I try to change the cycle.
But how are you changing the cycle if you're not changing the cycle? You're still trying to be what mom and dad want you to be. You're not changing anything.
Well, that's me. But with my kids, I if something happens, I look at it and I remember what would have happened to me if that certain situation happened. And I flip the script so that I can be there emotionally and loving to my children.
But you are not there for them emotionally. You want to know why? Because you're still being a fake version of yourself. You're not authentic.
Yeah.
You're afraid of being too much. Guess what? I got news for you. That little girl wasn't too much. She was wonderful. Your old man just didn't know how to be a better parent, and he didn't want to fucking learn. So it's easier to blame the child, and you've been blaming yourself ever since.
Yeah.
What percent of your life... well, hold on. Let's stay on this. And so you're expected to be silent. You say it's very tough to be what they want you to be. They want you to be silent. Silent. It's not even don't be too much. They want you to be silent.
It's a lot of judgment and a lot of opinions. And I tend to be very defensive and combative when it comes to these things.
Whose judgment and so forth? What's a lot of judgment? From whom?
My mom and dad.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Especially with special needs, it's tough. I mean, they've been raised as special needs kids. So to be able to think that they have the answers on how to go on and raise a special needs kid is very difficult, because I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm trying to put forth a lot of patience, love, kindness, all of those things. And sometimes I feel like they just think I'm doing it all wrong, you know?
And how does that feel?
And I don't feel like I am.
How does it feel? Give me a feeling word when they are judgmental.
It pisses me off.
It pisses you off.
Yeah.
Because it hurts, doesn't it?
Because I know what I'm doing.
And they
because
don't.
I know what
How
I'm
many
doing.
special needs children have they raised?
None.
Oh.
And I think that's the reason why God didn't give them a special needs kid.
They couldn't have handled it.
No.
See,
to say that.
It hurts to say that. It hurts to say what specifically?
It hurts to say that they couldn't handle it.
Why does it hurt? You feel guilty saying that?
Yeah. Yes.
Why do you feel guilty? It's totally okay. And I appreciate you saying that. That's you being real. That's you being honest. Why do you feel guilty saying they couldn't handle it? Help me understand.
Because they wouldn't come with love. They wouldn't come with understanding. They wouldn't come with patience.
But why do you feel guilty saying that out loud? That's just fucking true. And what's interesting is you know it. And why do you feel guilty saying what you know is true?
Because regardless what they have done or haven't done, there's this love I have for them that I just don't want to upset them, and I don't want to hurt them.
Whoa. Loving someone and not wanting to upset them or hurt them, those are two different things. I don't need you to confront your living, breathing parent. You don't have to change a single fucking thing in your relationship with your parent. If you want to heal, all I need you to do is just fucking tell the truth to yourself.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. I should have asked you this question. When it comes to your life and you, everything about your life, even if I never make you act on any of it, I just want to know, what percent of the truth do you want? Be honest, dude. What percent do you actually want? What do you want the truth? What percent of the truth
from you? From you?
In
100%.
your whole 100%. All right. And
100%.
And in your work on yourself, what percent of the truth do you want?
I want 100%.
There you go, 100%. All right, 100% truth is they couldn't handle it. They wouldn't come with love. That is the truth. You said so yourself. You know them well enough. You know them as well as anyone. You know them well enough to know they wouldn't. They would come with what? Selfishness? Judgment.
Yes.
Right. You know it. You lived it. They know that they're far better at having a special needs child than you, even though they have no experience. That would be like me telling my daughter, who just birthed twins, that I know better what it's like to have twins. Well, I know what it's like to raise two kids, but not at the same time. Mother of God. No, I have no idea. I shut my yapper. Right. But they don't. They want you to be silent, do what they say. I'm trying to be the kid they want you to be, but it's not they, it's really dad, because dad has 99.9% of the power. So I'm trying to be who dad wants you to be. So if you were to put it still on our lightning round in one sentence or less, what are you still wanting from dad? Above all else, what do you most still want that you've maybe never gotten from your father?
I wish he would say, I love you and I'm proud of you and you've done really well.
I love you. I'm proud of you and you've done well. In your lifetime, how many times has your dad said, I love you?
Not much.
I spitball it.
Oh God, maybe, I don't know, a couple of hundred.
Okay, so not much over the course of 43 years. How many times has he said he's proud of you?
Probably less than 100.
Okay, less than 100.
I think, anyway. I don't know.
But I'm just asking you to spitball. And how many times has he said you've done really well? Or something like that?
He has a lot since.
Do you believe him?
Do
you believe him?
Sometimes.
And why are you inclined to not believe him?
Because actions speak louder than words, right? So when you have the words that don't back up the action, or the actions that don't back up the words, then, you don't feel like it's very authentic.
In other words, there's been no change in behavior. So he can say all the nice things. I love you. I'm proud of you. And you've done a really good job. But he keeps criticizing you and judging you and wanting you to be silent and do what he says, right?
Yes.
So it's bullshit. So it's just bullshit, Dad. It's just fucking words. Fuck you and your fucking words, Dad. Dad, I love you. And you know what? It maybe feels a little bit, but it's just bullshit. What I really want is for you to stop. Stop being a dick.
He was there for me when my husband and I were going through our divorce. He was there. I talked to him so much. I feel like we really hit a breaking point where he would tell me, Melissa, you deserve better.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve better. Or something like, let him dig himself a hole. Or like we would just work through it together.
That's
and I
nice.
feel like we hit a breaking point. We did. But I ended up going back to it. So.
And that's fine because you've been taught to be silent and to make other people happy and make other people approve of you. Do you really need to find some new way to beat up on yourself? Haven't mom and dad done enough of that? Hasn't your ex-husband, although you say you're still married, is this a second husband?
Oh, no, I ended the divorce.
Oh, you went back to...
I stopped the divorce and went back to him.
Got it. All right. We're going to dive further into this story right after we come back.
I've been doing some real healing work in my life, and I mean hardcore. But I've been craving something new to level up. A friend of mine told me about this badass counselor. I gotta admit, I rolled my eyes. Then I watched a few of his videos, and yes, this is the guy. I went and got his audiobook, Badass Wisdom. Holy shit. Absolute ass-kicking, inspiring, deep, powerful shit, period. If you don't get this book, you're making a huge mistake. So do you got the guts to go big with your self-care? Go to badasscounseling.com, get the book Badass Wisdom now.
This show provides soul counseling intended to entertain and inform and is not medical advice. Now, back to the badass.
And we are back with Sammi. Sammi, you said because actions are bigger than words. And so he says the words, but it doesn't really land. And so what that says, he's still doing the shit. You want him to stop the shit. And the truth is, if we're being really, 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 really honest, thanks, Ma, for not fucking defending me to Dad. Thanks, Ma.
Yep.
Because I got news for you. And I say this a lot lately because it's true, and that is, kid, you're 43. You didn't grow up in the 1940s or 50s here.
Mm-mm.
You grew up in the fucking, basically late 80s, early 90s-ish. This wasn't the fucking times of Neanderthals and shit, and women didn't have fucking power and shit. Fuck that. And by the fact that you said, she's a pissa, says that you likely came from New England. I'm betting probably Massachusetts area from that. So you grew up in the fucking North. You grew up in the enlightened fucking North where women had rights and shit like that. So the notion that she didn't stand up for you, she chose that shit. She chose to let her child believe that the child is the problem because she didn't want to stand up to your dad. So you've got a bully in your home and you've got someone allowing the bully to bully their daughter. So no one's ever stood up for you. And the underlying message being sent to you by the parents is you're not worth it. I'm not going to fucking, why would I become a better parent? Or why would I stand up for you? So the child gets the underlying message, or as my mother used to say, the message behind the message. You're not important. You're not worth it. So guess what? That child gets the message. No one ever said to you, you're not worth it. But somehow you got that message, and your relationships since then, especially your marriage and remarriage to the same person, basically, reflect you're not worth it. And you've been wanting him to tell you, I love you, and to be kind and to have a real relationship. What's fascinating is you say about your husband, I want help unpack. Oh, no, excuse me. You say, I get distance, deflection, and gaslighting. I've begged for change, but feel like I'm the only one growing. I've begged. Begged means he has the power. Just like dad. He has all the power because he has what you want. Your husband has what you want. You have nothing that he wants. Why? He doesn't have to change. He doesn't have to do anything. Why? Because you're already giving him everything. Yep. Because you were taught your worth is in giving everything, being silent, being nice, being compliant, and giving everything and taking care of everything. That's your worth, because you're only worthy when you do. You're not worthy when you be. Your being in and of yourself, no, that's not worth a shit. No, that's dumb. You have to do and 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 do in order for me to even give you a bit of attention.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to change. Why would he change? He's already getting everything. There's no pain point. And you can rest assured he has all the power. There's a massive power imbalance, just like in your parents' relationship. And you can bet that those times where you stood up for yourself, he just escalated that power and knocked you back down. And you sat right back down after standing up. So you stand up for yourself, but he escalates, and so then you sit back down. So it's not that you don't stand up for yourself. It's just that you keep sitting down. Why? Because you were conditioned to believe you're the problem.
I internalize everything that he says.
Oh, sure.
It's like as soon as he gaslights and says something like, you're the problem, you're not nice to me. When you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you, or things like that, or you're crazy, you need therapy, things like that.
Yep.
I'm just like, I don't understand. And then I fall into like a shutdown.
That's right.
And I stay there.
That's right.
I stay there.
That's right. And you know what? Those seeds that he keeps planting, more and more and more seeds that say you're shit, the shit seeds that he keeps planting in you, they wouldn't grow if they didn't have fertile soil. See, they have fertile soil that is ripe for a message just like that. Huh. Why would you have fertile soil for shit seeds? Because
that's what I've been conditioned to feel my whole life.
Precisely. I got news for you, young lady. There was never anything wrong with you. You are a beautiful, sweet, charming, smart as a whip, laughter-filled little girl. There wasn't a goddamn thing wrong with you.
Yeah.
You weren't too much. You were wonderful. You just wanted love and attention. But you were made to believe you were the problem. So when husband plants shit seeds that are just garbage, they land in garbage that is just ripe for that. Just a very dear friend of mine recently said, he was telling me that, he had lived he's in his early 60s now. And he was telling me that his whole life, he went through 3 fucking miserable marriages. And he was telling me that it's only now in his early 60s that he finally is seeing the value in himself. Other people have seen it. I've been trying to tell this motherfucker, dude, you're awesome. My girlfriend tells him, God, you're just like the greatest guy. God, if, Sven ever leaves me, I want to date you. Right? But he's never believed it till now. It was all bullshit. That he wasn't any good, it was bullshit from the beginning. How is a child not good? Right? And the thing is, you're still wanting something from mom and dad. That is why their message still has power over you, because you refuse to question it. You refuse to reject the bullshit lie they put into you. Because to you, that means not love. Can I ask you this question? Do you have mixed feelings towards your husband? Like sometimes you love him and care about him, and yet simultaneously you want to wring his fucking neck sometimes.
Yes, but
Yes.
it never lasts long.
No,
It never lasts
understood.
long.
But you acknowledge that it's, or for, one of your friends, you love her to death, but she drives you fucking crazy and you feel frustrated.
Yeah.
So there's love and frustration. Okay. So you're acknowledging it's possible to have two or multiple feelings for the exact same person, basically at the exact same time, isn't it?
Yes.
I can love my best friend and want to just blow my brains out because she's driving me fucking crazy. Okay. Is it possible then to also have mixed feelings for your parents? In other words, isn't it possible to love them and be fucking full of rage towards what they did to you as a little girl and the price it has cost you for 43 fucking years? Is it possible to have mixed feelings? Yes, but you set it up as it's either or. That if I say I'm mad at my parents and I'm so wounded and I feel betrayed by what they did to me, that means I don't love them. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You just said you can have mixed feelings. Why can't you have mixed feelings for your parents? Because you've been taught you're not allowed to have anything but love and admiration from mom and dad.
Well, I don't want to out them.
And the truth is, you don't have to out them to anybody but yourself. All I need you to do is admit the truths to yourself.
It's hard to feel that my feelings about what my experiences have been since I was a child, because I'm on an island by myself. Everyone else in the family, my siblings, look at it like they did no wrong. Everything's been great. You're experiencing something we didn't experience.
That's
and I
right.
find that when I was a kid, I compare myself.
Well, yeah. And the truth is, the mere fact that you're even having those conversations with your siblings is you're seeking validation of your experience, which is fine.
Correct.
We all do that to some degree. But the truth is, you have to accept that your understanding, what if the way you understand it is actually fully accurate? What if you don't actually need validation from someone else? So you don't believe in yourself. You don't trust your own.
I always do.
You always do what?
I always need validation. I need approval, constant approval.
Right. Well, wait a minute. Why don't we change that language just a little bit? In the past, I always needed validation. Why don't we just start by changing your language a little bit? And I want you to begin to hear the shit that comes out of your pie hole, all of it just confirming your shittiness. Let's start to change that. You said in your write-up, I want help unpacking the root. You used the word root of why I keep tolerating so little and calling it love. All right. The root is because you were conditioned to believe you're dog shit. You're shit. You're a pain in the ass. You're fucking too much. You're just too much. Would you just shut up? Fuck me. God damn, would you shut up? Just zip it, okay? Just be pretty. Just be perfect. Just don't talk. Don't have needs. Don't have wants. Right. You got taught you're the fucking problem. And you want the root? There's the root. You didn't fucking magically come out of the womb saying, hey, I suck. That's conditioned. You didn't have some massive epiphany when you were 24 and you're on your fucking road to Damascus experience, except you got struck down by a light saying, you are terrible. You're too much. No. It'd been there long before that. Yeah, we got a problem. Because you're still wanting something from them. And when we want something from someone, we don't want to look at the truth of who they really are and what they've really done. Because I don't want to jeopardize my getting what I still want. And at 43, you still believe you're going to get them saying, dad and mom, but especially dad saying, I love you, I'm proud of you, and you've done really well. And not just get that, but get the pattern of behavior of them stop hurting you. I think that's what you're really wanting.
Yeah.
You have a 43-year pattern of behavior that says they're not going to. This is a long-established pattern, and you have confirmation. So the entire family myth is your siblings, mom, dad, confirms dad is king shit. And the entire family myth exists to protect the person at the top of the food chain. You having other ideas, the king shit will turn everyone against you. Why? Because you are a threat to him. You have the power. You don't see it, but you have the power to show that the king is naked. He has no clothes. To show that he has no power. To show that he's not this wonderful dad all the time. To show that he did a lot of harm. Deep down, he's afraid of you. That's why he needs you to be silent. You have the power. It's the same with your husband. You have the power. That's why he needs to keep that in power imbalance. He needs to keep you down, to keep you silent. So the root is, it goes all the way back there. And then you go on to say, I've been swallowing my truth. I want to stop repeating patterns of chasing approval, swallowing my truth and resenting the silence. Swallowing truth, swallowing your voice, resenting silence. Silence, that's your childhood theme, man. Swallowing your own authentic self because you were told you were too much. What if you were never too much? What if in any other home you would have been great?
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in a home where I was the one who was too much. There were 6 of us kids, 5 boys, 1 girl. And my sister could be a bit too much because she was loud. I could be too much because I was loud. Another brother who could be too much because he was just wild. And then there were the 3 nice kids. But I never felt, I'll speak for myself, I never felt really demonized. I was just different. We were allowed to be different. And it wasn't about the parents' fucking agenda. You said though, but Dad, I feel bad saying these things, and they couldn't handle it, and they want to come with love. And, I do love my dad, and he did so much for me. And I said, what did he do for you? You said, well, he came with financial help and so on and so forth. Let me set up this question for you. If you could have had parents who weren't able to give you financial help when you needed it at different times in life, and if you had grown up, let's just say poor, but there was a whole lot of fucking love in the home, and you knew it every day of your life, and it was conveyed through actions and words, even though it was poor. Or you could grow up in a home similar to the one you grew up in, but you always grew up not knowing if you were loved, and always grew up sort of hating on yourself a bit and being criticized. Which would you choose?
I don't think the money matters. I would just rather have that safe space.
And the love and the safe space. That's right. So Dad, coming with financial help, great. But you're not giving me the one thing I want.
No, it's not.
I want the safe space. Great. Wonderful. Financial help, great. That's not what I really most want. I mean, that's nice. Thank you. But what I most want is to feel safe. I said, where you grew up in a home of love, but you changed the language. You tweaked it. You said to feel safe. Wow. To you, that would have been love. To you, that would be love today, because they haven't stopped. You don't feel safe today with them. They're judging you when you're doing something they have never done and they couldn't do. You don't even feel safe with your parents today. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
No, that's what I was going to say, that, a lot of this you're talking about like as a child, but like I'm 43 years old and I'm still like in the room with them. And if I say something wrong, like I'm going to get screamed at.
What % do you fear your father today?
Oh, 90% of me fears him.
That's right.
I mean, not that he's going to like physically hurt me. No, never. I just mean like his words sting.
They hurt.
And they hurt me.
Right.
And then I'm expected to just go on like nothing happened. There's been a lot of negative reinforcement. There's not been a lot of positive reinforcement.
Well, it's not only that there hasn't been positive reinforcement. There's been a massive dickhead in the room just fucking inflicting pain on people. Has he?
But it's embarrassing.
Has he inflicted? Well, it's not only embarrassing, it hurts. Yes,
right,
your dad's a
fucking.
Yeah, for sure. Your dad's a fucking embarrassment. Can't even be proud of your own dad because he's a fucking embarrassment. Just out of curiosity, does your dad treat your siblings differently from how he treats you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And give me one example of how he treats them differently, or sum it up for me. How does he treat them?
Kindness, laughter.
Kindness and laughter. Are you the oldest, the youngest, or the middle?
The youngest.
You're the youngest. I see. And what's just one more thing? What's the age difference between the next oldest up from you, between you and that one?
4 years.
And so Dad treats them differently with kindness and laughter.
Yes.
But he's a massive dickhead, judgmental fuck to you, right?
I believe he can be that way with them as well. It's the way they take it. They just say,
No. Then I need you to answer my question.
Yes.
Does he treat them differently from you? Was my question. You said yes, he treats them with kindness and laughter.
Yes.
Right. So he treats them, I don't give a shit how they interpret it. I'm asking, do you see him treat them differently from how he treats you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, now we really have a problem. Do you want to know why? We have a problem because Dad, so you could be in the same room and Dad could turn on the feelings of love and safety for your siblings and then turn them off when he turns to you in the same room at the same time, right?
Depending on the situation, but yes.
So Dad has a switch on it, like a lamp switch. He can turn on the love for them and turn off the love for you, and then turn over to them and turn the love and safety back on and the kindness and the laughter, and then turn to you and be harsh and judgmental and turn it off. So it's not that Dad doesn't have the ability. You said, earlier about raising a special needs child, they couldn't do that. I believe you on that. But it almost implies they can't give love. Dad can't do that. No, he can. He can turn it on and turn it off at will, and he has been doing so, I'm betting, for your 43 miserable fucking years. And so it's not just that you wonder, God, is he just an asshole all the time? No, it's worse. He has the power. He's not doing his best. I literally see him doing his best, or a hell of a lot better, with my own siblings in the same room at times.
Yeah.
He's choosing to turn it off. The safety, the love, the non-judgmental, he's turning it off for me in the same room. Literally turning it on, turning it off, depending on who he's talking to, in the same room at the same time. He's choosing to be a dick to you. And then choosing to be kind to your siblings. It's not that he lacks the ability. He's literally not doing his best.
Yeah.
If he were doing his best by you, he would be treating them at least as well as he treats them.
Yeah, why doesn't he?
Why would a parent choose to turn off expressions of love such as safety and security and kindness and laughter? Why would a parent choose to turn that off towards a person, one of their own children? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Maybe he's holding resentment for me.
For what?
For leaving.
But has he been doing this your whole life, or has he been doing this recently?
No, for my whole life.
But you didn't leave then. If he's been doing it his whole life, why would he be resenting you as a fucking child?
Oh, I don't know.
What did you do that he's turning off the love? You saw it when you were a kid. He's turning on the love and the security for your siblings and kindness and laughter, and he's turning it off to you. What could a child have possibly done to justify a parent turning off the love and the sense of security? What could you have possibly done as a 7-year-old?
I mean, I acted out a lot.
I see. Okay, now I know something about your parenting. So if you're one of your children, and all kids do it, when your kids act out, you turn off the love, don't you? Because
no.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
I don't, because they're kids.
Oh.
They're kids. They're supposed to be wild.
Oh.
But when I am around my parents and my kids are acting up.
But wait a minute. Why do you parent your children? Because you said you did something, you were acting out, so that's why your dad withheld the love, as if to justify it. And I'm saying, so you must be doing the same thing if that's a good parenting technique. And you're saying, no, I don't do that. Oh,
No.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, what percent, just spitball it for me, what percent of dad's parenting techniques did you deliberately choose to employ in the parenting of your own children?
Oh, none. I don't think I have.
I see.
I don't think I really have.
I see. And just out of curiosity, what percent of mom's parenting techniques did you choose to employ in the parenting of your children? Deliberately choose.
Probably like 30%.
30%. Fair enough. And as a separate question, at least for this exact moment, unrelated, what percent was dad a good parent? What percent was dad a bad parent?
He was, I don't know.
Roughly.
He was probably like 60-40.
60% good? Yeah.
No, bad.
Oh, 60% bad. Okay, gotcha. And
Yeah.
40% good. What percent was mom a good parent? What percent a bad parent?
Probably the same, but the other way around.
Oh, mom was 60% good and 40% bad. Yeah. The problem I have with that is if dad was 40% a good parent, how come you literally used 0% of his parenting technique? Wouldn't you have at least used 40% of his parenting technique? If he was such a good parent, why did you use 0? Zero.
He did because he didn't do a lot of the raising.
No. You can't backtrack. You said he was 40% a good parent. So when he was there, but you said I literally used 0% of his parenting technique. If he had such good fucking parenting when he was there, you would have used it. You didn't use any of it. By using none of his parenting, you are conceding he was a shit parent. Otherwise, you would have used some of it. You know what? I loved X, Y, and Z about how my mom parented me, and so I used that.
Yes.
I loved X, Y, and Z about, oh, my old man was the best, and he did this, and he just loved me for who I was, and all. So I used that with my kids. I mean, I couldn't do any better than that. That was awesome. Nope. You used zip. Dad didn't love you. And you even said a few minutes ago, you said, well, I probably acted out. That's why dad withheld the love. What the fuck? That's not good parenting. You said so yourself. I don't do that with my kids. They're kids. Right. Dad was withholding love, and he's been doing it for 43 years. What? Because he resents you? He wants to blame you for him being a dick to one of his own children when he's turning on the love. So you basically been raised to believe that your brother and sister are such better people. Of course they think he was a good parent. They got love. They got security and safety. You didn't. You said so yourself.
Yeah.
And you've been defending him. You're still protecting him, saying, well, I probably did something wrong. Why? Because dad's good. Mom and dad are good. Mom and dad love me. Every child, they come out of the womb. Somewhere in them, they just believe mom and dad are good. Mom and dad love me. Therefore, if I'm not getting the love, something must be wrong with me. I must be the problem. It's my fault. Wait, so withholding love from a child, is there something? Let me ask you this. How old is your youngest?
6.
6. What is it that your youngest could do that would justify your youngest believing that they are unlovable?
Nothing. It's not even a question.
Okay.
She would never be unlovable.
Have you grown up believing that you were unlovable?
Yes.
Oh. Why did you grow up believing you were unlovable?
Because the one person that showed me any sort of love and connection and a safe space died when I was 15 years old.
Right.
And after that, everything went to shit.
The one person, after that, it went shit. No, it didn't. It went shit long before that. You said the one person who taught me I was lovable died when I was 15. Well, your dad didn't die when you were 15. That means dad and mom were teaching you were unlovable. Because you said the one person who taught me I was lovable died. Mom and dad are still alive, so they didn't teach you were lovable.
Yeah, my grandma.
Right. Your mom and dad taught you that you were unlovable, and you still believe it must be because of something I did, because mom and dad are good. Mom and dad love me. No, that's not love. It's not love when you teach a child that they are unlovable. That's not love. It's not love when you teach a child that they are undeserving of love. I'm going to treat your other brothers and your brother and sister better, or your siblings better. I'm going to treat you badly. And it's your fault. What the fuck? What definition of good parenting is that? Oh, you already answered that question. It's none. I used none of his parenting because that's not good parenting. You want to know how to solve the equation in your life? Your husband isn't your problem. The husband is the battle. The greater war is what's going on inside of you that you believe you're shit. And he has just been confirming what you have believed, been taught to believe by mom and dad your whole life. The root, you say, I want help unpacking the root of why I keep tolerating so little, because you were taught that you are worth so little. I'll be very honest with you. What do you need to do with regard to your husband? you can begin to stand up for yourself and not back down, but you won't be able to do that until you begin to start to believe in your worth. Well, how do you do that? By getting out all the bullshit messages that say you don't have worth. That means no. Yes, you have. Sure, I believe you. But what you haven't done.
I mean, I've read the book and I do the journals. But
what you haven't done, the one thing that you haven't breached is the wall that protects mom and dad. If they're the ones that taught you this, you have been protecting them your whole life at the expense of yourself, your entire life. And I'm sorry, if you're going to protect the oppressor and protect the abuser at the expense of the child, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I can't work with you. If you're going to protect an abuser against a child, it's bullshit. And you know it's bullshit.
I do.
You know goddamn well. And at some point you have to say, no, what he did was wrong. And what mom did in not protecting me from him was wrong. And it's still wrong. And here's the real shit of it. We're going to wind it down after this, but here's the real shit of it. That little girl, that beautiful, wonderful, darling little girl, had so much pain inside of her and sadness and longing to be seen, to be understood, to be appreciated like her brother and sister were. That little girl had so much anger in her for, why aren't you being nice to me? Just do anything. Just be nice to me. I'll do anything. She had so much hurt and pain, but you know what she had to do? There wasn't room for her fucking feelings because she was too much already. So she had to put her feelings, you've maybe heard me say it before, because I've had other little girls and little boys on the show who had to do the same thing. She had to take her feelings and she had to find an old cigar box and she'd stuff her feelings into those old cigar box. Then when we get full, she'd wrap it in duct tape and stick it way down deep inside in the vault, down deep inside, under the bed next to the Christmas sweaters. And then as 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, all those feelings got stuffed into those cigar boxes because it wasn't safe for you to have feelings. You weren't allowed to have feelings. What you wanted, what you felt doesn't fucking matter. Just shut up and be silent, would you? So you weren't allowed to have feelings. Well, here's the problem. Now, that little 7-year-old girl is coming to you with that cigar box, all the other cigar boxes, and your 11-year-old self is right behind her with a cigar box and her cigar boxes, and the 23-year-old girl and the 31-year-old young woman and the 41-year-old young woman, they're all standing there and they're saying, that little 7-year-old is saying, please open the box. Please let my feelings out. Please set me free. You're a woman. You're stronger than me. I was just a little girl. And the 11-year-old and the 21-year-old and the 31-year-old is saying, she's apologizing to you. She's saying, I'm sorry. I need you to open this. I wasn't strong enough. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. I'm sorry you've had to carry it all for the last 12 years. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough to open up her boxes, the 7 and the 11 and the 23-year-old. Please open up our boxes and set us free. And you have the power to set your 7-year-old self free by allowing all those true feelings to come up and out. And she has the power to introduce you to your authentic self. Because inside of all of those boxes is your authentic reactions, your real self, the self you weren't allowed to be. But here's the kicker. This is the gut punch. The gut punch is, if you don't let out all of those feelings out of you, you don't ever have to confront the living, breathing parent. But if you don't get all those feelings and thoughts and rage and sadness and anger and disappointment and betrayal, if you don't get all of that out, now it's you telling that 7-year-old she doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Now it's not mom and dad, because now you're aware of it and you have the power to do this and you say you want the truth. So now if you don't go into all those feelings and begin to do the work of no longer protecting mom and dad in your own self-work, I don't give a shit what you do in real life in your interactions with them. I mean in your self-work. If you don't go in and protect that little girl and say to her, nobody's going to touch you, little girl. Get behind me. I got you. I'm going to get all your feelings out. You just sit back. You relax. You've carried this burden long enough. If you don't do it, now it's you abusing her. Now it's you telling her, shut the fuck up. You don't matter. So you've got a very hard decision to make. Do I choose me, or do I choose to continue to protect the very people who hurt me the very most? And so let me ask you, at least for the moment, what do you choose?
I choose me. I choose me.
Goddamn right.
I do. I choose me. The only thing I think about when you say that is what happens the next time we're all in a group and something happens where I do end up saying something and I get in trouble for it. How do I deal with that?
What do you most want to do in that situation? You don't have to
I
do
want
it.
to walk away.
Okay, so then
I want to walk away.
All right, so then let me ask you this. Why not just walk away?
Well, I will. Hey.
It's your life. Because the truth is you're going to get in trouble either way.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
And they are not going to validate you. They are not going to stop being mean to you. You have a 43-year pattern of behavior saying we are not going to change. We are going to continue to treat your siblings better than you. We are not going to stop judging you. We are going to continue to tell you what an inadequate mother you are. We're going to continue to tell you to be silent and how you're too much. We've always done it. This is your truth. Accept it and, suck on it.
They do tell me that I'm a good mother.
But it's bullshit,
and they do tell me those things. Right. Well, the thing is that bothers me about it is that they tell me I'm a good mom, but then behind closed doors, then they'll say, well, why don't you do this? And how come he doesn't do that? And it's like more of the judgment. But you just said I was a good mom. Like,
that's
why?
Right. And so what? And like you said, actions speak louder than words, or your other words are undermining your compliments. Doesn't matter. Save me your compliments, because the shit you're saying otherwise is undermining it. It's just bullshit. Just stop.
Or in public, it's, oh, she's the best mother and she's such a good this and she's a good that. But behind closed doors.
Right. And in public, when they're saying all that stuff, it makes them look good too, because then they look like wonderful grandparents and they look like wonderful parents. See, we raised this wonderful daughter, but then they'll cut you behind that. It's all just bullshit. And so the real question becomes, why do you continue to allow people to treat you this way? Why do you continue to allow your parents to treat you this way? One sentence or less.
Because I didn't believe I was anything but what they have conditioned me to believe, that I'm not good enough. I am not enough.
That's right. So why do you continue to allow it today? One sentence or less.
Because I still don't believe it myself.
No, I have not believed it myself. Right. And
I have not believed it myself.
Right. In the past. And the bottom line is, until you go into those messages and begin to deconstruct them and just say, this is fucking bullshit. Wait, you taught a child she wasn't good enough? And I believe that shit? There was nothing wrong with you back then, young lady, and there ain't nothing wrong with you now. They taught you a lie. It was a load of shit. There was never anything wrong with you. There isn't anything wrong with you now. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. And the day is going to come when you're going to realize it, and you're going to say, that bald-headed motherfucker was right. And everybody who tells you you're lovely is going to be right. And they're going to be like, it's about time. But the way you get those messages out and begin to see the beauty of who you are is by going in and facing them once and for all, which means no longer defending mom and dad. And when you're in those situations, just walk away. Or you may encounter times where you don't even want to go because you know exactly what's going to happen. Give yourself permission to be you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of them anymore, because in fact, you have the power. Because every time you don't show up, the underlying message you are sending to them is, you're not as great as you think you are. Go fuck yourself. You don't even have to say it. By you not doing what they want, you are saying, I am the king of the castle now. This is my life. Go fuck yourself. And the people who love you are going to support you becoming you. The people who don't love you are going to want you to be who they want you to be. That's not love. That's bullshit. It's using you.
I think I do all the mental, emotional load, and I handle everything for everyone in my family because I want to show them I am strong. I can handle anything that comes in front.
But the reason you're wanting that is you're wanting them to confirm your worth. You're trying to buy it from everybody else rather than just giving it to yourself.
Yes.
Standing up for you, doing what you want.
Right.
You're so busy trying to get everybody to like you rather than you just fucking liking yourself.
Right. Okay.
Well, Sammi, I am so grateful that you have come on the show. Thank you for coming on. I encourage you to dive back in, redo the book, redo the journaling exercises from the perspective of challenge yourself. I'm not going to defend them anymore in my self-work. I'm not going to defend them. I'm not going to protect them. And just asking yourself the question, what is the real truth? What is the real truth? Because you've been sheltering yourself from the real truth because it means coming to the realization there was nothing wrong with me. They just were shit parents.
Right.
Which is why I've not used any of their parenting fucking techniques. Thank you for being on the show, Sammi. Thank you very much. Rob, any final thoughts?
Sammi strikes me as very strong, but she needs to have a strong back and a soft front to let those feelings out.
Yeah.
I believe. I mean, the first part of the show, I found it hard to listen to. Shed more than it felt like crying a few times.
Yeah.
But I think that's what helped a lot. I don't think Sammi wanted you to be her sledgehammer, but I think she kind of needed that. And I think she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. But if there was ever an example of your adage that kids love parents more than parents love children, this is it.
She was so defending her parents and so wanting their love and their approval.
Yeah.
That she was defending them at all costs, even at expense to herself. She was a martyr for her parents.
And never to forget, you don't have to confront the living, breathing parents.
No, and
never forget that.
And to your point of the sledgehammer, technically, and I tell clients this, I wasn't taking a sledgehammer to her. I was reaching down her throat. I was crawling down her throat, and I was taking a sledgehammer and an axe to the people who had been doing her damage her whole life. I was fighting the demons inside of her. I was slaying some fucking demons, showing her, see, this shit can be done. Now I want you to start slaying your own fucking demons because you can do this, young lady. All right? You're not the problem. I'm not fucking taking the hammer to you. I'm taking the hammer to the motherfuckers who've been trying to kick your ass your whole life. Fuck them. I'll fucking back you up so that you can go in and empty some cigar boxes for those little girls and set them free. What do you say?
Will do.
I agree with you, Sven, but you should have seen yourself while you were doing that.
That's it. Well, you know, she and I were tussling a little bit. We had a good little wrestling match. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Sammi. I loved having you as a guest. This was fucking awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Love it. And thank you to my team, KC and Rob the Rocket, always with great insights. On behalf of my entire team, we say thank you to Sammi and have a kick-ass day.
The Badass Counseling Show is strictly copyrighted. No copies may be made without the express written consent of the Badass Counseling Show, LLC. The Badass Counseling Show is produced by Karen Camparelli and Robert H. Friedman. Executive producer Sven Erlandson. Original music by two-time Emmy Award-winning composer Trevor Morris. Have a kick-ass day.